Hey there friends, I'm Andrew from the Scrapbox, and on my For You page I've been seeing so many little commercials and ads and videos about this tiny remote controlled forklift. And I love miniature things, obviously, because I'm into Lego, but I said, I mustn't. Unless it was made out of Lego, then I must. So I did some research, and there are a lot of Lego forklifts. But there are no remote controlled minifigure scale Lego forklifts. And that's where we come in today. We're gonna make one. Let's get to it.
Oh man.
Nice.
Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
Loop. Hole. Uh-oh. What?
Mediocre.
To be honest, I didn't know what to say during that part. So I went ahead and I got the tiny RC forklift because I wanted to take a look and see if it would be easy to convert the thing into a Legoized version, or if the parts came apart, or just how difficult it would be in general. I also know I'm gonna have to beef it up a bit to make it minifigure scale. But one thing at a time, there are screws on the bottom, so let's see if we can take this apart. I'm gonna need a screwdriver. Oh, here we go. I'll just grab one from in here. Perfect.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
I'm naked.
Luckily the insides are pretty slim, but I'm gonna pull off the front bracket as well so we could get a full gander. I was worried that inside was gonna be a bunch of strange pieces to work around, but I'm pretty sure we could just replicate this frame in Lego and then find some way to attach it. Why is the frame so heavy though? Maybe a counterbalance? I don't know. Okay, now that we've had a closer look, it seems like it should be pretty easy to just not so much palette swap, but reskin. Ew, I just peel its skin off and put new one on. I mean, that's essentially what we're doing. You know what I mean. We're gonna divide it into 3 parts. I'm gonna make the base of it, which covers all of the wheels and gives us a building platform. Then I'm gonna worry about the lifting mechanism, because that scares me a little bit. And finally, we're gonna add the extra details and take the thing for a spin, because I've got a very special package I need to pick up with this forklift. The first thing I want to replace is the scariest, the wheels. Because if I can't get matching sizes, or I attach them off center, the whole project will cease to function and the video will end right here. Oh, we're still here. Hopefully that's a good sign. I did have to venture into my most despised box in my collection, the box o' tires. Everyone has their preference, but cars definitely aren't mine. Unfortunately, that's like half of the sets Lego makes, which means I'm stuck with thousands of wheels taking up a huge chunk of closet space. It does help in this situation though, as upon a light investigation, followed by an intense investigation, I was able to find some wheels that matched up almost perfectly in diameter. The thickness of the wheels definitely don't match, and I'm hoping that doesn't lead to problems with the turning wheels. Now, it's time for a little surgery.
Your double leg transplant is complete.
The back wheels work! Oh, thank goodness. But it'd be really embarrassing if I messed up on the easier wheels, wouldn't it? Except they're fine, had you going for a second. Whew. Now that the first scary part is over, we can make the frame. And in a stroke of luck, this frame is exactly 4 studs across.
Beautiful.
That's a highly unusual amount of good luck for this channel. I know we have to squeeze Lego's standard chair and steering wheel into the cabin, but the frame being 4 studs did make my mind jump to the 4 stud car hoods. Unfortunately, we need to build a frame around the cabin later, so these won't cut it. For now, I'm gonna mimic this outline the best I can with these plates in this style, and hold on, my band-aid keeps slipping. There we go. We'll add this snot brick so I can build off the sides, and that will let me make the back of the forklift curved just like on the original. Unlike the original though, I did want to put a gray bumper on the bottom, just to add some color variation. Right now, I'm just trying to get a feel of what would make the most exact fit, and trial and error moments are always fascinating for me because in the end, the answer was always simple, as the light bulb is an easy thing to make. But when you're making something new, you're not making any light bulb, you're making the first light bulb. There's no blueprints or instructions to follow, it all comes from you.
I made it up.
Luckily, this light bulb didn't need to be the brightest in the bunch, and I decided if I glued 3x2 plates at the very edges on the sides, it'll be the perfect position to connect the frame to the body.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
However, this small mechanism is ever so slightly too tall. So I have to commit my first of 2 Lego crimes in this video and shave down the inside of this plate. But what you don't know can't hurt you, so hopefully you sneezed at that moment and everything is hunky-dory. With our forklift's BBL complete, we can move on to the midsection, and it took quite a few attempts to find the pieces that fit with enough clearance space. I tried brackets, I tried snot, I tried sticking bars in there and attaching clips through them, just hoping randomly, but eventually I was able to create this simple looking section that also provides the dip we see in the original. With our base platform now finished and everything now secure, we can move on to the lifting mechanism. This is also the perfect moment to say thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters. They're the ones who allow me the luxury of going, I think this video is going to be all about forklifts. Thank you guys so much, you are incredible. This guy just goes up and down. I mean, how difficult can it be? The whole thing just pivots on this one tiny little piece here, and it runs on a pulley system that uses precision tension of 2 pieces interlocking that makes it strong enough to lift, but also allows slippage once it reaches the top or bottom. I mean, that doesn't sound like it could be easily and permanently messed up at all, right guys? Guys? Oh boy. When it comes to this fine piece of machinery, it might be best to take the advice of my greatest mentor, my television, which likes to repeatedly tell me,
Don't touch it.
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 so I think we're not gonna touch it. Instead, I'm gonna cut out the mechanism from the plastic lift and we'll attach it to the arms R&D create. R&D standing for right hand and Dylan. Lego does have a pair of forklift arms, but they'd stick out way too much, and come on, you know we're gonna replace it with custom ones that may or may not be an equal and adequate replacement, or they might be terrible. You know, something like this. Which leads to our second Lego crime of making room for the mechanism and gluing it in. I glued it in upside down. Fixed it, and it actually works? Oh, that's a huge relief. Now all we have left are the details for our minifigure, who I'm naming, Terrence. Terrence has been sitting in this old vehicle collecting dust for the better half of 5 years, so I'm sure a forklift would be a nice change of pace. Of course Terrence needs a chair, and he gets a larger steering wheel so it can sit at a nice angle, and then for Greeblies, we've got some extra bars as well as some dials and doodads. That might be a thingamabob. This top rail was made to be a forklift top, but instead of doing the easy thing, we're gonna build our own that matches the original model. Because, why not? And there we go. It's beautiful.
It's enough to make a grown man cry.
But we ain't got time for that, we got a mission on our hands. Alright, it all seems to be working. Thank goodness, because I was 98% sure I was going to botch it in the last second and destroy the whole thing. It's definitely happened before. But I didn't. Now we could send our wonderful forklift driver out to pick up my package. Let's take a look. And there we have it. My beautiful Lego-ified forklift. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. Pick up more tiny things. But, thank you so much. See? Got my package. I just gotta... I can't open it. Anyways, as always, I've been Andrew. You've been watching the Scrap Box. Do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day and do something weird. I'll figure that out later. All right, bye.